So this man who aspired to be a police officer, he lost both his legs during a barbaric hazing ritual, and he's suing Denver, the paramedics, and the officers involved. Vitcor Moses, 29 years old, had to have both of his legs amputated after collapsing repeatedly at Denver's police academy. He's suing, but what has happened to the officers and those involved? Nothing, nothing yet. Probably nothing at all, sadly. Apparently, he already had some medical issues that he made them aware about, but he kept collapsing, he kept falling, he kept getting beat up, losing consciousness. And they continued on. And even the paramedics cleared him to continue on. And this is something we talk about all the time, guys, when it comes to police brutality and the homicides. Paramedics, these medical professionals, the doctors at the hospitals, sometimes, a lot of times, they are involved in helping cover up for these officers. So, of course, the cops and those involved, officials, anybody overseeing it is saying that it's okay. This is what they do. Other people got hurt during this training too. But they're also citing the lawsuit is claiming that this is teaching that excessive force is officially tolerated and indeed culturally expected within policing. We've been saying this. And this man was a former rental car manager, and he thought becoming a police officer would be a great idea because it's more interesting and meaningful. Come on now. Like, I think people are still confused, thinking that they're going to go into policing and it's a great career, but they're going into policing, being harmed themselves, and then either having to participate in this type of violence and culture that the policing is built on, or have a blind eye. And once again, at the hospitals, the lawyers are saying the police misled the doctors by not revealing all the information about him hitting his head and just exactly what happened. This is what they do to our loved ones as well when they're killed by police. They will sometimes not tell the doctor. Actually, that's usually what they do. Happened in my brother's case. They didn't give the proper what happened to Michael before he was at the hospital. They lied. They lie all the fucking time. So Moses remained in the hospital for over 4 months, had to have both of his legs amputated below the knee, and underwent surgery to try to restore his grip in one hand. He is fucked up. He is screwed for life now. Very damaged and harmed, and quality of life just went down for trying to become a cop. And, he's wondering what would have happened if they would have just stopped when he said to stop. And when he was saying he couldn't breathe, when he lost consciousness, but they didn't stop. They kept going. And it wasn't just one person or two cops or three. There was a lot of cops there, and they let this go. So this is happening to a recruit during training. And what are they doing to our loved ones on the streets? We know what they're doing. Imagine how much more horrific and the tragedies and the things that are happening to people even not just the victims of police brutality who are dying, but just regular people out there who are being harmed, abused, physically assaulted and harmed by these pigs just because they can, just because they're cowards who can and get away with it, and they know that. Sharing the story, I don't over here do advocacy for anybody who's a cop or anything like that, but sharing a story to show people that want to be recruits and that love the police, well, look at what they do to people who want to be police, that love the police.